Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're returning here, thank you for coming back to the channel and checking out a new video. If you're new here, leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications after the video if you really enjoy the content. I appreciate you stopping by as well. But today, should the Yankees trade for CJ Abrams? CJ Abrams is the newest shortstop infield option that the Yankees are really looking to. Obviously, Anthony Volpe is going to start out for the first month and a half or 2 months. It kind of depends on how his shoulder is recovering. And the Yankees are looking for other options, whether that's temporarily or in the future if we are looking to move past Anthony Volpe. But CJ Abrams, 2025, he hit 257, 19 home runs, 60 RBIs, 31 stolen bases, 70-48 OPS, and 111 OPS plus. CJ Abrams, obviously he's a decent power speed threat. 31 stolen bases, that's really good. He hit for 19 home runs. His OPS was in the 748 range. I think that's pretty decent. CJ Abrams obviously plays for the Washington Nationals. Pretty bad team, but CJ Abrams does have a lot of talent. Obviously, his career average is about 249, 18 home runs, 65 RBIs, 36 stolen bases, 717 OPS, 101 OPS plus, and he was a 2024 NL All-Star. So he does have the talent. He made the All-Star team last year. He's a pretty above average hitter, but the thing about CJ Abrams that does stand out is his infield defense. His infield defense is pretty suspect. He's pretty much exactly what Anthony Volpe was last year, a pretty bad defender. Obviously, I think CJ Abrams has more upside at the plate. He can definitely hit a lot better than Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe has never had an OPS over 700. CJ Abrams, his averages in his career, 18 home runs, 65 RBIs, 36 stolen bases. That would be a very good upgrade at shortstop offensively. Defensively, it's kind of a wash, especially the way Volpe performed last year. But offensively, it is an upgrade. So I think that's what the Yankees are really looking for. And I think it could be an interesting opportunity to see CJ Abrams out there competing for the shortstop position, especially when Anthony Volpe comes back. I think there could definitely be an opportunity to see who would be the best person for that position. Obviously, the San Diego Padres drafted CJ Abrams. He was their top prospect, and they drafted him in 2019, first round 6th pick, and he was involved in the Juan Soto trade. He was one of the headliners, one of the top prospects that came back to the Nationals for Juan Soto. So CJ Abrams really had a lot of upside, and the Nationals really viewed that well, and they wanted to bring him back in that Juan Soto trade. So CJ Abrams has definitely always had a lot of talent, and teams has definitely evaluated him and seen that talent very much. You don't go first round 6th pick for no reason. CJ Abrams, obviously a lot of talent. He can hit. He has speed. The defense, is okay. He probably slots in better as a second baseman because of his limited range and limited defensive capabilities. But right now he's a shortstop. But like I said, can Abrams play defense at shortstop? I think that is the biggest question for the Yankees. If the Yankees traded for CJ Abrams, could they slide him at shortstop and be an everyday player with the negative 11 outs above average that he produced last year? CJ Abrams, obviously, he can make some routine plays, but from his errors, I think he generated over 20 errors last year, very similar to Anthony Volpe. A lot of mental mistakes, and maybe he could cut out some of those mistakes if we did trade for him. Obviously, he's playing for a very bad team, so the stakes are very low. You make an error, you make a mistake. What does it really matter when you're losing 70% of your games on the Washington Nationals? On the Yankees, the stakes are higher. The games count. The divisional games count. Every game counts in the Yankee season. So it can also be a catch-22. If every game counts and you're making those same errors and mistakes, similar to Anthony Volpe last year, it will cost the team. So CJ Abrams, we really need to see if he can play the position. Obviously, if he can't play the position, I don't think the Yankees should really trade for him. Or he could slide in at second base and Jazz Chisholm goes to third, but that will still leave the shortstop position open. Is Anthony Volpe really the option we want to go for long term? He's worse offensively than CJ Abrams and about the same defensively as far as last year. So when it comes to CJ Abrams, is he really an upgrade over Anthony Volpe? I think that's what it really boils down to. Is he a better player than Anthony Volpe? I think offensively, yes. Defensively, I think he's a wash. So if we really just evaluate offensively, he is the much better player. He hits over 700 OPS. He hits for about the same or better power. He steals more bases. He gets on base more. But defensively, they're the same. So to sum it all up, I think CJ Abrams is the better player. I think CJ Abrams will project to play better on the team, especially with the left-handed swing in Yankee Stadium. He could definitely abuse that short porch, and his power numbers would naturally go up, whether it goes up from 18, 19 home runs to 25, 26 home runs. At the shortstop position, I think that would play very well in Yankee Stadium. Obviously, like I said before, defensively, it would be pretty suspect, but offensive-wise, I think the Yankees would really love to see that production in the lineup compared to Anthony Volpe right now, who hits in the 215, 220 range, a mid-600 OPS, maybe hits for 15 to 20 home runs in a decent season, and steals about 20 to 25 bags also in the same season. I think if I was a GM and I had to pick between the two players, I think I would pick CJ Abrams at this point. We really need to get a mix-up in there. Anthony Volpe's been there for the last 2-3 years, and he's had his ups and downs. So I think this is the natural progression that the Yankees need to go into. We need to exercise our options and get another promising prospect like CJ Abrams and put him in the lineup and see what he can do. It just kind of depends on the asking price that the Nationals are asking for, and then we could kind of go from there. If it's not too much, and we might have to give up a few arms in the minors just to try out a CJ Abrams at shortstop with that left-handed swing, I think it should be a good risk. I think at the end of the day, the Yankees need to be aggressive. We need to try out new options, and CJ Abrams could definitely be an intriguing one. Now, what do you guys think down below? Leave a like, comment. Let me know what you think about CJ Abrams. Have you seen any of his games, any highlights? What do you think about his swing? What do you think about his defense? But ultimately, I think the Yankees should be pretty straight on this. But thank you for checking out the video. I hope to see you on the channel again. Welcome to the Ville, Yankeeville.